I don't know why they picked today of all days, but Republicans are flying off the rail at Joe Biden's new tax plan. Apparently, a few celebrities tweeted this out or sent this out, and it got grabbed hold of the internet, and they got absolutely furious. Now people are fuming across the internet. This is what happens in Republican spheres. They're fed misinformation and they run with it for a month or two, and then they forget all about it, right? And it doesn't matter what the fact is. It is basically truth through repetition. It doesn't need to be right. You just say it enough that enough people will believe it, and there you go. They did the same thing with BRICS a few months ago, where they were screaming about how BRICS was going to overtake the dollar was going to collapse, and they've forgotten all about that. It happens so frequently where they forget, but we see this happen all the time. They're fed fear, outrage. They run around saying, BRICS, what about the dollar collapsing? What about Joe Biden's tax plan destroying America? And they'll do this for a few months and it'll be over. The funny thing, though, is they're, what would be a good word for this? Critically wrong? Sure. They're horrifically wrong. Absolutely terrible. Let's go over what's in Joe Biden's tax plan here. And it basically helps all of the lower class in America. The only people not getting away with this and not making out from this are the rich. But because they're Republican, they will feel the need, and frequently do feel the need, to defend rich people's money as though it's their own. And that's how this system continues to be upheld. Let's take a look at the tax plan. Biden's budget would cut taxes for millions and restore breaks to families. Here's what we know on CBS. So this is basically the crux of it. They removed the ease of tax burdens on the businesses and the highest earners. 80% of Donald Trump's 2017 tax cut went to the top 1%. And this seeks, in some capacity, to rectify that absolute monstrosity of a bill. Going down here into some of the provisions of it, it expands the child tax credit to be more aligned with the COVID era child tax credit. So now you're going to be receiving as much as $3,600 for kids, and you can receive that out in over 6 months like you previously had been. The other things that it did was it expanded the EITC credit, the Earned Income Tax Credit, for people under 64,000. It allows people that do not have kids to actually get more money, and people that have kids can get $7,400 from this provision. Some other really great parts of this bill is that it gives affordable child care to people making under $200,000 a year, and these people would pay $10 or less a day for that program, and it would benefit 16 million kids. It creates a voluntary free preschool for all four-year-old kids, which I think is fantastic. The evidence is pretty clear on this. Kids that get started in school better do better. So me having a 3-year-old kid, incredibly important for me. It provides a $10,000 tax credits to home buyers and current homeowners in starter homes. So if you just recently bought a home or are planning to, that'll help you out. And it makes permanent the expanded premium tax credits for people who buy insurance through the ACA marketplace, through Obamacare. So it actually helps out low-income earners again in that way. The one group of people that are really not making away with this are the rich. You can't qualify for any of this stuff if you're making less than $400,000. And if you're over $400,000, you're going to be getting an increase in taxes. It's going to be raising the corporate rate to 28% as opposed to the 21% set by the 2017 Trump's tax plan. It requires billionaires to pay at least 25%. Haha, Donald, that means you. Well, maybe not anymore. And it would apply to a people with a wealth of more than $100 million. Increasing the highest individual tax income to 39.6%. Basically, anybody earning over $400,000 a year, and couples that are earning over $450,000 a year would be up in a higher bracket. So all in all, this is a pretty good plan. And the Republicans, in typical fashion, for seemingly no reason, are going on the attack on this, even though it's going to be contradictory arguments. I plan on doing a debate about it tonight, which will be up over on the other channel in the live format there. we'll be doing a debate about it. But I expect them to contradict themselves. Like, when you bring up Ukraine aid, they'll bring up, why don't we help people here? Well, this is helping people here. They're still going to argue against this and fight it. So there's that. And you'll see these contradictions all over. We'll see a lot of them tonight. But that's basically what this tax plan is. The information on it has been out for a long time. So I don't know why Republicans are freaking out. But there you guys go. You now know what's going on with the tax plan. And I hope you guys have a good day.